have. I'll go in to do the tarot here in a little bit as well on the next read. But this is the Gypsy Witch fortune telling playing cards. It's just, you know, something fun and different anyway. So I just wanted sort of a general message just to sort of see what was kind of cropping up for whoever this resonates for. It may not speak to all of you. You're all on different timelines. But what I am looking at here is, first off, the Seven of Wands. Now, each of these cards actually has its own little indicator and message, but I'll also do a summary at the end. But of course, this one talks about dealing with, you know, the clouds, the dark side, something about a person. Certainly indicates things that could be in around romantic relationships or just involving your overall domestic happiness. So this could be any kind of relationship that's close to you that could be in some kind of turmoil. We are looking at the Five of Swords, and of course, this does come in as a message as well, foretelling of some kind of illness, or in this case with the card, property laws, or if it's only if it's near a person, in regards to the cards. But it also is in some kind of averting some kind of probable evil of sorts or negativity in some sort. And then we've got the Six of Hearts. So this is close to home. This could be family. This could be friends, somebody you consider as family. But the house denotes that there's also success in your adventures. So if it's present, your present condition is unpleasant. Per the card, the future will be happy and prosperous. And it also predicts, you know, marriage. So again, we're just kind of generally, and then I'll tie them in here after. We also have Jack of Diamonds. The rider is a sure sign of good news, unless along the lines of the 6, 8, 11, or 13. We do have it close to the 6, of course, but not the 6 of Diamonds. But we do have the Six of Clubs again here. So lightning denotes a surprise, disagreeable in accordance to distance. I know it sounds kind of like a confusing message, but I'll clarify it here as we go, just going through the individual cards initially. So the pig is number 10. Three of Spades. So whether near or far, it's an omen of phenomenal luck and great abundance, high honors, and all ambition attained. So whenever you find this message, this is something that's very close to you. The roads to the dark clouds foretells misadventures, but far from the person, the evil consequences may be averted. So again, if we're looking for cards of a person, be an indicator that it's close to home. We also have the Star ensures success in all enterprises when near and when very distant some unlucky events. And then we have the fish is an emblem of riches throughout. So through stocks, distance, if distant, it foretells failures and disaster. And then we have the order denotes honor and recognition of labor. If it's near the 48 card, a sure sign of business success. And again, we're in 97 though, so this is the bride ensures for a single person the fulfillment of their highest aims when near, if distant, turbulent married life. Okay, so we're going to go right into this next chapter of it, I guess, which would be the summary of all of the cards. So what we're looking at with the Seven of Spades is an indicator that this is kind of the dark side, either toward a person or around you in some way. There's trouble, there's emotion, there's confusion. There's definitely some kind of a problem that's near you. It does indicate a potential misfortune or an emotional heaviness of sorts. So again, when it's paired with another spade, this is also indicating that there's an ending of something. So whatever the difficulty was, there is an ending of that. There's a loss, there's an emotional ending that's somehow either occurring now or coming soon. So it does reinforce the heaviness of the clash, which is that initial card, because it is another spade. So then we go to the next clarifier, which is actually, the clarifier was the Jack of Diamonds. So this is an indicator, and again, it's not just the Jack of Diamonds. The Jack of Diamonds actually came out with, sorry, I kind of moved them around a tad here. But the Jack of Diamonds came out with the Jack of Clubs. So that indicates that there is some kind of honor or recognition or reward for your effort. So it's kind of a mixed message, meaning that emotionally there's pain, but through that pain, you're also still able to attain some kind of recognition or validation or success. But there is inner strength regardless, but it's only after seeing this truth and only after confronting it. There is also, so that was the two cards there. Now, we also had the Six of Clubs. We also have two sixes here. So, of course, is usually a card of balance, but in this particular instance is a card of shock, surprise, an emotional upheaval. Something that took you by storm, by surprise in this little while, if not currently. But either way, if you're not going through it right now, you can expect a sudden change, possibly something explosive around an emotional or a relation. So, friendship or otherwise, family, something here that is indicating that you're facing some kind of potential painful shift emotionally or its endings. It does mean that it does involve someone close, and it is coming suddenly because it's karmic and it's potentially going to sort of cleanse things. And then after the fallout of all of that, you're going to start living your life in more of a truth, honor, inner power. Things become available to you, and it's like you're aligning with the things that that are more in line with what you believe, so whatever it is for you. But again, you're falling in line to more of a truth and an awareness of some sort, and that means that once you hear of this, you will start to live your life differently. So it's not having people around you that don't believe in you. It's not having people around you that have misgivings about you. It's finding people that you align with and are supportive, and are there in your corner. So when we get to the Six of Hearts, this is about home, family, roots, safety. So the core focus for you when you find this message is on family or domestic matters. So the theme or the emotional theme is sort of where it originates or where it's coming in. Now we have a lot of cards here as far as we had, sorry, the Jack of Diamonds that was there as well. I'm just going to go back to that one. So we also had the Jack of Diamonds that was here, and this is an indicator next to, the home. There's something here about a message or something coming through, or a visitor. So it's expect some kind of communication or movement, and it could be likely about a family member, but it could be, good or disruptive depending on the context of this little tower moment here. So that's essentially coming in. So there is again some kind of stirring around the family or the home, or a message or a visit, something that could change that dynamic. And it may relate to the shock or the ending that was shown earlier. The emotional stakes are high here. But when we get to the Three of Spades, that is kind of indicating that there's a loss of luck or dishonesty, an emotional betrayal here. This is when it's in an ill position. So this warns of a false person around you. There's some kind of betrayal, and it does indicate it's a draining situation. So someone may be acting against your good. So there is something here with the Ace of Clubs that sort of speaks to something new, a choice, sorry, a decision point that's coming in that follows, and it's a critical choice that is, must be made. Stay, to go, to trust, or to sever ties with this situation. But it says either way, you may soon confront a betrayal or a deception, and it's forcing you into a difficult emotional or spiritual choice. So basically, the card of the pig, which is the Three of Swords, that one is indicating that you may soon face that betrayal, that deception. And it does show that the energy is likely already around you. We have the next card out as the Two of Spades. This one is an indicator of hope. It's the star, and that also means success. It does mean you're spiritually protected. So whatever this misgiving or this shadiness that's around you, you're spiritually protected amidst the conflict, and it's a positive sign that the darker energies there's going to be a price for that. So it does indicate that you're protected and that something is going to backfire for someone else. So the Four of Hearts is also about abundance, emotional richness, sometimes around finances, but either it's emotional or spiritual in some way as well, and that's all possible. But it is also an indicator that you have to navigate these choices wisely. So there's an emotional or spiritual renewal of some sort that's waiting for you if you trust your gut, your intuition. And again, that means the guiding star, that healing, hope. And it does indicate that, instead of reacting in fear, the blessings are available here. So when we get to the King of Spades, this is about, if you're a person who's single, I mean, there's definitely an indicator that it could be a powerful male influence. that may come in to assist or influence you in some way. So it's representing a powerful male influence, somebody who could be very cold, strategic, or dominant, but either way, this person is very stern, could be coming across as emotionally distant, controlling. They also have something here, awaiting it's something around the past, and that was sort of in around that first line of card. So with the past, there's like an emotional confusion of sorts here, again around the potential betrayal. So it is sort of looming to an end of some sort. It's a sudden emotional storm that's already underway or soon will be, and kind of shaken into some kind of a truth here. But it does indicate that, the shift is going to be in around the home and the family front. Sorry, just going back to our card here. It does indicate that it's going to be around the home or the family front. So the message is that someone may be coming in, coming close. But again, there's also something here that you'll be faced with that painful realization of this deception, and that there's a hard choice and some kind of a crossroads. So again, it's, do you stay? Do you go? Do you withdraw, your connection to this person entirely? These are your choices, but you ultimately will have to face this King of Spades, which is also, again, an indicator of, walking away from manipulation or illusion as well. So there's something here about spiritual strength, renewal, a lot of protection. And whether this is a person or an inner voice, it's not, not coming across in fear. This is also, again, highly karmic and charged. So there's something here about a betrayal, manipulation, all of that. And it does indicate that there is still hope, abundance, and spiritual elevation. So on the other side of it. So follow the truth, not the illusion. It does indicate that, protection and a lot of grounding cards here. You are reclaiming some kind of personal power, and opening yourself up more spiritually. So I would say that overall, the message is pretty clear that even though there is going to be some kind of a bit of a shakeup, you are dealing with the betrayal. And again, there's a manipulation of some sort, and some kind of hidden truth with that Seven of Swords that came out there initially. But ultimately, there is something that's going to kind of backfire. The situation is going to, as I say, involve someone that you trusted deeply, home, family, or love, and you're being called to make a difficult decision, but a necessary one, and able to sort of create peace in your own life. Choose peace is really the message, despite the pain. And again, you're spiritually protected and guided. So there's going to be a lot of warnings and things before so that you're prepared for any kind of impact. But the message is that you're being spiritually pushed to walk away from illusions, betrayal, reclaim your power, choose your inner peace. And again, that card of the star was right here. So very clearly, the message is reclaim your power, choose peace. Your star is waiting, and you just have to walk the path. It's the true path, it's ground path, and your emotional body actually has a really good sense of how things kind of operate for you, and you get a sense of energy shifts, and can feel a room and that kind of thing. So it will help to empower you to choose any kind of confusion or confusing situations. That's what I have as a message, and then we'll go right into tarot following. Keep moving forward, guys. Never give up.